That same year, I graduated from the 8th grade, and at that time it was a big deal, a little ceremony, and they also had a dance. This was in 1963. The Beatles had just come out, and I love the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I mean, I love them to this day, and there's never been any time in my life that I haven't loved the Beatles. And they spoke to me. I mean, I actually knew what they were talking about in the most abstract songs. At least I thought I did. To me, they spoke to me. And, all the kids around here who were getting ready for this dance, and they were getting suits and, slacks and shoes and all these things. And we didn't have any money. This is a hard time. And my grandmother had some money, but you don't ask the daughter of a slave for a little suit to go to an 8th grade dance. She was not frivolous. And that's just something that she thought was just unnecessary. Why don't you just go up there in your jeans and like everybody else? And we know, grandmother, nobody else is. and I told my mother, and I felt so bad, and she said, "Oh, well, let's get you a suit." So there was a sale at this store named Hers in Springfield, Missouri, department store, which they're in the process now. It's a historic building with a wooden escalator and the whole thing, and they've gotten some kind of grant to restore this building to its original state. So she took me to Hers, and we went inside there, and the suits that were supposed to be on sale for, reasonable price, they'd all been scooped up. And I was so sad. And I said, my mom was too. And I said, well, that's okay. I don't really think I want to go. It's okay. I just didn't ever want my mother to be sad. I said, it's okay. I'll just take care of it, something way or another. And my mom had this idea. She said, there's a shop called the Next to New Shop, and maybe they have some things in there. And I was thinking, oh goodness. Ugh. I don't want any of those weird clothes from the Next to New Shop. Like some old guy's suit, and something. We went in the Next to New Shop, and there was a suit, a Beatles suit. There was this kind of, they call them Nehru suit. They had a little Nehru jacket, and they were cut away in a certain way, and very skinny legs, and iridescent color. They were called Beatles suits. And my mom said, look, and there was a Beatles suit, because they knew I love the Beatles, And it was like $10 or something. And it just fit me. And then we were getting ready to go out, and I still didn't have the shoes. And there were a pair of Beatle Boots. These little Beatle Boots with the side gore, the pointed toes, very 60s, very mod clothing. And those Beatle Boots fit me perfectly. And Mom, we went back out the car, and Mom said, you see, God takes care of you. And I went, okay. And I've been living on that ever since. I found out since that it's not always in the way of, when you become more mature, you know that this taking care of you has to do more with peace of mind than material things. But then for a child, maybe he needs that little lesson to appreciate those material things. But now, when I think of God taking care of me, as my mother said that day, I think of giving me a little peace of mind. Or maybe like the Beatles said, I give you everything I got for a little peace of mind.